Hey guys, it's Dana and Kelly here, and we want to give you our top 8 tips for hitting Success Club. These are not only tips that you can use for hitting Success Club at the end of the month, but these are also tips that you can use to help yourself hit Success Club earlier on in the month. And we always try to encourage you and do this ourselves, but to hit Success Club in the first 2 weeks of the month so that you're not stressing it, so that you can really focus on building relationships, and also so that you can work on other areas of your business. So we're going to go through these steps one by one of things that we do that have helped us hit Success Club every single month. Kelly is a Success Club All-Star and counting, which means she's hit Success Club 12 plus months in a row, and I'm a Success Club legend. So I think we know what we're talking about. And we want to teach you guys how to do the same. So our first tip for you guys today is that this is really all about mindset. You're not going to be able to reach out with excitement in your invites or in your conversations if you are coming into this with a bad attitude or not feeling inspired or empowered. So we want to encourage you to find something that helps you get your energy up and get you in the best possible mindset. I'm sorry, my kid's riding his bike around. But to get you really in the best possible mindset so that people receive you in a really good way of being positive and inspiring and excited about what you have to share with them. So that is the first thing. And a few things that you might do is maybe you get a workout done before you sit down and do your power hour, or maybe you drink a cup of coffee, or maybe you do some jumping jacks, or maybe you listen to a really motivational 5-minute inspiring video, but something that gets you really amped up, really excited, and in that positive mindset to know that you are going out there and you are going to find some people you can help today. So that was tip number 1, is going into your invites with a positive mindset. And Kelly's going to go ahead with number 2.
Okay, and tip number 2 is to share about your journey. And we say this all the time and time again, share about your journey, share about a challenge group, but you have to do the steps in order for it to work for you and in order to hit Success Club. So make it a point to and you don't have to make it this big drawn out thing. Sure, you can share transformations, you can share your challengers transformations, your own results, you can share just pieces of your story that are different, but anything that just is speaking from your heart and it's something that has impacted your life is going to attract people to you. And the more that you're going to put your story out there, not saying that it has to be all the time, but definitely making it a point to put your story out there for people, to be really vulnerable and raw, not to just tell people what to do, but to ask them to join you and to share what's working for you. The more you're going to have different people that are going to be interested in what you have to show and what you have to give them.
Okay, number 3 is the importance of follow-ups. I feel like this is one that's often really overlooked because if people say no to you or a conversation kind of goes dead, a lot of times it's easy to just give up and forget about somebody. But if our intention is really to help people, sometimes it's going to take you multiple times of following up with people before they have the trust in you, before they understand the value of what you have to offer. Before that they really know that you're legit and you're in this long term, that you're not just signing them up to fill your pocket with some money, but you really intentionally want to help them better themselves or get healthier or get happier. So following up with those conversations and continuing on with them, adding some value, and re-inviting somebody. Something as simple as saying, hey, I know that last time we talked, you told me that you wanted to lose 15 pounds, that you're struggling with cravings, that you're having a really hard time as a busy mom finding time to get workouts in. And I know that last time we talked, this wasn't the right timing for you, but I just wanted to let you know that my next challenge group is coming up in a week from now or 2 weeks from now. And I just wanted to reach out and extend the invite again and let you know that if you are ready to make a change, I would be more than honored to help you become a happier, healthier version of you. Something as simple as that, reminding them of what you talked about, that you know what they're struggling with, and that you're there and you're ready to help them if they are ready. So that's number 3 is follow-ups, the importance of follow-ups.
alongside Dana's point about follow-ups, I found that a really good line to say is, I didn't want you to think that I forgot about you. Because at that point, they're going to thank you for keeping them on your heart and on your mind. So I love that. I feel like it's worked really well for me, so I want to throw that out there. But tip number 4 is a big one. It's focus, building from a list, and using scripts. And it all kind of really coincide. I think it's really important with that focus that you carve in that time. You know when you're going to sit down, and when you sit down, it's only for your networking time, your power hour. You sit down, you have your Facebook tab open, you have your list, and you have your scripts tab. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to work from a list. If you don't have a running list of all the friends that you've added to social media, then that's something you should start doing. You can also go back through all your health and fitness posts and find all of the people that have recently liked them. It does not have to be all just health and fitness posts. A lot of times I put up pictures that I know are going to get a lot of traction, because I know that way I know people are watching and not liking my stuff. So if you put up a family photo or something, it's going to give you more opportunity to connect with people that maybe you're not seeing. And then working from all of that list when you're doing your power hour. So whether or not you want to, if you've been on a live power hour with us, you know how we break it down: invites, follow-ups, new conversations. So whether or not you want to do that and have it all planned out each day before you go to bed or when you wake up first thing in the morning, or you just want to work down that mega list that you have, that's up to you. But I encourage you to definitely work from a list so you don't get distracted and end up wasting time, and then you feel like you did all of these things but you didn't, which used to happen to me and I'm sure Dana all the time. And then having that scripts open, that page open, so you really can, if you're in the same place with the conversation, just copy and paste the invite or copy and paste the follow-up. I find that it's really helpful to separate them. So if you have that invite list, you have it where that all of those invites, you can use the same script. And then all of your follow-ups, you can use the same script. So it works a little better for me to separate them out than to just go through the list and figure out where each conversation is. But so that's tip number 4, using a list and using your scripts to go through your list.
And I just want to add to that with using scripts that I often do that with invites or follow-ups as well. But I just make sure to add something in to customize them to let people know that I remember what we talked about before. Or if I know that there's something going on in their life, maybe they're moving, maybe they're getting married, maybe, they're a new mom, I kind of like to just add something personal in there to that script to let them know that I'm not just an automated robot. So that was just something I wanted to add. Number 5 is creating a sense of urgency. And also, if you want to, using incentives. So how I like to create a sense of urgency is you always want to know when your next challenge group is coming. So you need to have that date picked ahead of time, at least 3 weeks to a month ahead of time, because it does take people's programs or packages 5 to 7 days to come. So 2 to 3 weeks before a new challenge group starts, I start doing my follow-ups, I start doing my invites, and I start letting people know that if they do want to join, that it takes 5 to 7 days for their package to arrive. And it would be great if they could get it a couple days ahead of time so that they can really dump the junk in their house, get their meal plan ready, if they need to buy any equipment for their workouts, and just really get in that positive mindset to get ready to start their journey. So it creates a sense of urgency by giving them a date and telling them why or when they would have to sign up by, without being pushy and saying, hey, you need to sign up now, because nobody likes to feel pushed like that. And the other side of it is that you can do incentives. So I've often done Fixate cookbooks or samples of Energize. You can get creative and, do whatever you want to do, but it's really nice sometimes if you have people that are on the fence and you just say, hey, I know that you've been struggling a lot with nutrition, and I have 3 of these cookbooks that are just awesome. They have these amazing recipes, and I wanted to let you know that I'm giving one away free to the next 3 challengers that I have join my upcoming challenge group. And just put it out there and see, because a lot of people just need that extra little push, and knowing that you're investing in them when they're investing in you helps. So incentives are a really, really great idea if you're really struggling to get people to commit.
Okay, and number 6 is, guys, it's knowing it's a numbers game. And I think A lot of times we hear this and it's like in one ear out the other, but it really is true. If you're not hitting Success Club, you're just not talking to enough people. I mean, that's really all it comes down to, because not only is talking to enough people going to help you find the people that want help, but it's going to help you learn how to talk to people and what works best for each conversation and how to respond to different objections and struggles, and just be a good friend and a good listener for someone that's ready to start out on their health and fitness journey. So I would encourage you to set a personal goal for yourself every single day. You should know how many people, don't just wing it. Like, how many people are you planning to invite each day? Follow up with each day, start new conversations each day. And totally fine to start, depending on how serious you are about this business and how fast you want to build, you set that goal for yourself, but a minimum of 3, definitely minimum of 3. If you're serious about it, and then increase it if you're getting, if, like Dana said in the beginning of this call, get serious about what your goals are and hitting them in the beginning of the month, so you can shift that focus the second half of the month. So if you're 5 days in and nothing's happening for you, increase it to 5 people a day for each category and go on from there. But just be consistent with it and know that you set that personal goal for yourself, and commit to that for you and for your business.
And I just want to add to that, because there is times that we struggle. There is times that it's harder to hit Success Club, whatever it may be. It's a slow month. It's a weird time of year. You just, haven't been focusing on a ton of relationships. But with it being said that this is a numbers game, when I personally struggle to hit Success Club, I will sit down and I will literally do 20 to 30 invites or follow-ups. Or carry on 20 conversations that kind of went dead, and just go crazy with it. Just go in there and think, I'm going to talk to as many people as I possibly can today and see who needs my help. And this concept is a little far-fetched, but I feel it's important for me to mention it because I do it often. But if you pray, or if you believe in the law of attraction, ask for people who need your help to be placed in your path. Because every time I do that, it's funny that people come out of the woodworks. New people are liking my posts, or people are sending me messages, or people are responsive when they haven't been before. But, put your heart in that place that you are really seeking to find people who need you. And for some reason, it always helps me. Going on to the next tip, number 7. I want you to think about this as the coffee/waitress mentality. It's very important that you have the ability to be resilient when you are doing invites, and that you don't get discouraged with every single no that you get, or when people don't respond, or when people have sign-up steps and then they don't follow through and they don't respond to you. Think about it in this way. When you go into a restaurant and a waitress asks you if you want coffee and you tell her no, she doesn't get offended. She doesn't get discouraged. She goes to the next table and asks if they want coffee. And then she goes to the next and the next. And for every single person that comes into that restaurant, she goes up to that table with a smile on her face and asks somebody if they want coffee. She is not emotionally connected to the outcome of who wants her coffee or who doesn't. And that's what we have to do as coaches. Not everybody is going to want to join our challenge groups. Not everybody is going to want to be a part of our coaching opportunity. But there is people out there who do need your help and who do want you and who do see the value that you can add to their life. And those are the people that you're sifting through these ton of messages to find those people who are willing and ready for your help. So I just want to remind you that it's really important to go for no. Oftentimes people are saying no because they're not ready. They don't understand the value. You haven't built the relationship enough yet. They don't trust you yet. Or simply they're just not ready. They're not ready to start their journey. But carrying on from no to no, or from no responses, without losing excitement of the opportunity of the people that you do have the ability to help. So that's number 7.
Okay, and number 8, I feel like is so super important, because you can have conversations all day long, but if you're really not putting your heart into it and relating to people on a level, meeting people at a level where they're relating to you, they trust you, and they understand that you understand them, you're not going to build that connection where people are going to want to move forward with you in this business. So you have to use some I was just actually, before we decided to make this video for you guys, we were talking about the technique feel, felt, found, and how in every conversation we have, we find a piece of what they shared that we can relate to. And I think that is so powerful, because if your conversation is going dead, if you're wondering where to carry on, if you're thinking like, oh, I don't know, my conversations, I start them and they don't go anywhere, it's because you're not relating to what you're saying.
Objections too. Objections
are a big one. Also, if you're getting objections, correct, yes. Or if people aren't ready to come, if people aren't ready to come forward with you, you haven't given them a reason to feel like that you're the right fit for them, and that you can actually help them. So find a piece of what it is that they said when they say something to you, and speak to that. You know, I know how you feel. I felt the same way too when Dana first told me that Shakeology was $140. I thought she was out of her mind. But what I found was it really did change my whole life, mentally, physically, emotionally, because I gave it a chance. I committed to myself. I committed to my personal growth, my physical health and fitness journey. And everything completely changed for me. My energy levels were insane through my pregnancy. And just speak to your story, that little piece that you found in that person's story that you're talking to, that you can relate to. And it's going to make a huge difference in all of the conversations and how they progress forward, and also in just the relationships.
Yes, I love that. I just want to add, with my experience of the feel, felt, found, one of the most common ones that I use it for is the price objection. Because I know for me, I was like, you're expecting me to pay $100 and something for a friggin' shake? Like, is this a joke? But the reality was, I was buying Dunkin' Donuts coffee every single day. I was sticking junk food in my cart at the grocery store because I had cravings. I had low energy. I napped every single day. I spent over $80 a month on vitamins and supplements at the health food store that didn't give me a third of the ingredients of the, health benefits that I get from Shakeology. And so when people give me that price objection, I do exactly what Kelli was just saying about the feel, felt, found, and letting them know that I thought it was expensive too, but I felt the same way too. And here is what I found. I found that once I started drinking Shakeology, I was able to cut back on my caffeine intake. I was able to stop buying vitamins and supplements because I get everything I need from my shake. I don't have cravings anymore. My energy is high. I don't have stomach issues anymore. My digestion is better. And people don't care about the list of ingredients or what exactly the workouts entail. They want to know how you feel, how it changed you, how it's benefited you, so that they can emotionally understand how it can benefit them too. So I want to thank you guys for watching. I want to thank you, Kelli, for sharing all your awesome tips. We hope these are helpful to you guys, and that you can get rocking and get yourself in Success Club by the end of the month and start pushing for it sooner on in the month next month. Have a good day, guys.